Hi all, today I'm going to be teaching you how to create a wonderful digestive primitive bitters, which is a great thing to drink to help you before you, like 15 to 20 minutes before you eat a meal. You can take a drink of some bitters. It's usually in cocktails. We hear like Angostura bitters or whiskey bitters. But these are going to be things to help you digest, that help your liver, your gallbladder, your colon, all of these things that help us process food, help them to work better. And the cool thing is we can make these bitters with plants from outside. So as we forage, we're going to take a look at what is a good bitter. To create your bitters, you are going to want plants that really help the digestive system. So these are our bitter herbs, our bitter wild edibles. And when we eat bitter things, we taste like, bitter. But that actually triggers a response in our body that helps to stimulate digestion. So it's a really cool thing here. We can get some natural bitter herbs from our environment here. So let's take a look at some that we can find right here on the ground. Cleavers here, also called catchweed. We can see those tiny, tiny little hairs that catch on clothing or animal fur to help with seed dispersal. This is a wonderful, wonderful spring tonic, so it's going to be great for our digestive system and for our immune system to help wake our bodies back up. Violets are another really great plant to add. You can add the flowers here as well as the leaves. The leaves are going to be especially helpful for the lymphatic system, and the petals just add some really nice color. Dandelion here is a bitter, so we can use the petals. Just make sure you don't have any ants. You can use the petals, the sepals. We can use the leaves here. All of these are known as digestive bitters and will help stimulate the digestive system along with bile production. Dame's rocket flowers have a wonderful little peppery taste. The petals are delicious, but this nectary right here holds the good stuff. So we can pick these flowers off and pop them in our infusion as well. Pretty much anything that has a slightly bitter taste to them or a pungent taste will be a good addition. Other bitters might include things like orange peels and ginger, which we can get from grocery stores, or maybe it's already in our spice rack or in our fruit basket already. Those are going to be great additions. They will add some really nice flavor and warmth to our bitters when used along with what we found here today. So once you have those plants, you can harvest them, take them inside gently, very gently wash them off, make sure there's no ants or other sort of bugs on your plant matter, and then get to infusing. Other plants that you might want to consider would be red clover and mugwort, depending on the time of year, if you have those plants available and growing. Once we've got our plant matter all processed, like our dandelion leaf here, we can put it into a jar or a bottle with, pop it in there and then top it off with your alcohol of choice. Personally, I use vodka or gin to create my bitters. Both are a pretty cheap alcohol, and that's all you need is a cheap, clear alcohol to put it in, and that alcohol is going to bring out all of the good stuff. It's going to be able to break through the cell walls of the plant and pull out all of that good, those chemicals, those primary and secondary metabolites that the plant uses to keep itself healthy. We'll be able to then get that infused into a cocktail mixer or just a nice tincture to be able to get all those benefits for ourselves. So here is what it looks like after you've let it steep for a while or infuse. we've got all sorts of goodies in here. And you see that what was once totally clear liquid now is this kind of orangey, greeny, yellow, funny color. But that's okay. We've pulled out all of the wonderful nutrients from these plants and can use them in our cocktails. So once we have it at this point, we are going to use a strainer or a coffee filter to get all that plant gook, all that compost pretty much, out of the liquid. So we will just be left with the bitters, that nice cocktail mixer itself. This leftover plant matter is called the marc, M-A-R-C, and we can get rid of this now. At this point, it's not really useful to us, but we can put it in our compost bin. Here you can see we do have a little bit of plant matter left over. These are dandelion petals and sepals, which you can strain one more time to try to remove all of that stuff. But personally, I don't mind having little tiny bits of dandelion petal in my drink, so I'm okay with that. Now I have my bottle here. I simply pour this into a nice clean jar with a good top that will close well. There we go.